Piaget was a Swiss psychologist, was the first to show that children are not less intelligent than adults, they simply reason in a different manner. Piaget believes that the development of cognitive abilities occurs because of two facts. One is the maturation of the brain, and number two is children's interaction with the environment. He came up with these four main stages of development: sensorimotor from birth to age 2, preoperational from around age 2 to 6, concrete operations stage, and that's 6 years to 11. Fourth and final is the concrete operation stage, which is from 12 and above. What I'm going to talk about today is Piaget's theory of conservation. He stated that children in the pre-operational stage do not have conservation skills. Piaget did various experiments with children, with small samples of children, testing his theory that children do not have conservation skills in the pre-operational stage. When I found out what some of these experiments were, I decided to try them on my 4-year-old daughter because she is right in the middle of the pre-operational stage. Following are 3 conservation experiments I did with my daughter that Piaget had used in the past. Do these cups have the same amount, or does one have more than the other?
The same amount.
The same amount?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do both of these cups have the same amount, or does one have more than the other one?
Test that this one's star, I think it has more.
You think it has more? Why?
Because it's taller.
Because it's taller?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, does one row have more than the other, or are they both the same amount?
They're both the same amount.
Okay. Which one has more, this row or this row?
This row.
That row has more?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's all long.
Oh, okay. So this row has more?
Yes.
Now, is this fair? Dude, these are my crackers, and those are your graham crackers. Is this a fair amount that we each have?
No.
Why is it not fair?
Because I only have 1 and you only have 2.
Okay. Now is it fair?
Yes.
Why?
Because I have 2 and you have 2.
What you just saw were the classic examples of experiments that Piaget used when testing children for conservation. Critics of Piaget's experiments said that the experiments were designed more to trap the kids than to see how far their reasoning could take them. For example, with the liquid conservation task, the critics of Piaget will do the research using only asking one time. They'll ask the child, they'll pour 2 glasses and then pour one into the taller one and ask the child once. Because they say that when you ask the child twice, younger ones felt like a different negative answer was required the second time because they'd already answered the first time. I decided to test that theory too, and this is the second experiment I did the following day using the critics of Piaget's method. Which one has more apple juice in it? Or do they both have the same?
They both have the same.
And why do you think that?
Because you pour that into this.
So you think they both have the same?
Yes.
Between the time I did the first water conservation experiment and the second water conservation experiment, the first using Piaget's method and then the second the other way, I did not tell her at all that the contents of both glasses was the exact amount. She just came up with that the second time on her own, and she never knew that they were the exact same amount. But she came up with that on her own using the critics of Piaget's method by just asking them one time because they aren't encouraged to change their answer. They definitely have some validity in their argument, and it's very interesting.
Have a great day.